Thanks everyone for joining in. My name is Arkham. This is my first video, so wish me well. So today came out a very interesting video about TJ Watt potentially joining the Eagles. This is what Pat McAfee had to say today on the show.
TJ Watt chucking the deuces up on his IG story. AJ, have we got any update? Have you heard any update on what the hell is going on over in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania?
Tone, I'd love to hear what you have heard from your insiders, but from everything we know, they're at a standstill. That's all I've heard. I've heard that word standstill a few times. Tone, what does that mean?
Yeah, I mean, everything I have seen on the internet is that TJ in the contract talks is not going great right now. He wants more.
Have they ever been close? Like, do we know even the parameters? Have they?
Well, potentially
anything?
The rumor is he wants more than Myles Garrett, and it feels like the Steelers, potentially don't want to go. They didn't think it would be that high, but that's kind of what you get for waiting on these deals. Because if it would have got done earlier, maybe the number wouldn't have been 40. But no, this was concerning. Like last time, TJ had his contract talks and he kicked the door down. And he said, "Hey, agents, I'm getting this done. I need to play football." There was none of this that happened, so it feels different this time. It's a bit worrisome. I don't know what the future is going to be. I don't know if they are going to get a deal done. He's got 1 year left. Would he hold out? That last time he got a contract, he didn't go to training camp and he didn't participate in training camp until he got his contract done. So it's definitely something to watch right now. It's interesting, and I don't love it. I don't love it, if we're being honest.
So as you can see, it's a little interesting. For me as an Eagles fan, I'm not too hyped about it. I know currently right now we're viewed as the third best odds to land TJ Watt. Again, I'm not too ecstatic about it. He is 31 years old, so a little bit on the older end of the edge rusher. I'm not saying he doesn't have any value, but there's a lot of rumors going around that the Eagles will give him a first round pick or a second round pick. That for me is a little too high. Now, I'm not saying that TJ Watt isn't owed that kind of pick or had that kind of value, but again, being a 31-year-old edge rusher, he wants a final payday, if you will. Report has it that he wants kind of what Myles Garrett got, around the $40 million range. And the issue I'm having with that is this year we have about 20 plus million left in cap, but it's next year, right? We have Jordan Davis potentially going to be re-signing. We also could be doing Jalen Carter, and we have a lot of young defensive players on the back end in the next few years are going to be owed a lot of money. Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, these are all key players. If I was going to use a first round pick, I would want to use it on a young defensive player, keep him on a 4 to 5 year rookie deal. I think that's how we're going to build our defense, seeing that we're going to have a lot of high end value players like Jalen Carter on the defense. Now, don't get me wrong, we do have a huge issue with our edge. I'm not too high on Hunt. I do think Nolan Smith can perform. But again, it's a very small sample size we saw in the playoffs and last year. I think losing Sweat, I feel like losing Milton are bigger issues. Even Brandon Graham being retired, these are huge issues that we would have to fill. And I don't think wasting a high value draft pick on a 31-year-old edge rusher is the best play. But again, if we can get him for a third or a fourth round draft pick and then maybe package that up with Josh Huff and then get him off the roster and then bring in maybe a 31-year-old TJ Watt for the next couple years just to kind of shore that side of the defense, give some of those valuable mentorship to our young defensive players like Nolan Smith and Hunt. And whoever we draft this year, I think this will go a very long way into shoring up our defense. Because again, we don't have that many holes. Besides the fact that Slay left, we know one outside corner. We have edge. I think our linebackers are pretty much pretty good. And then safety. Obviously, we would want to probably use the first round draft pick this year on a safety. But again, it can go anywhere. Even tight end is a huge hole for us. So I don't see the value of spending that kind of high of a draft pick and capital on TJ Watt. Again, if we do it, I'm ecstatic. I think he can perform. He's one of the top 3 edge rushers in the league right now. He's a very dominant player. But again, I don't think for the value that he's going to be wanting, because again, he's holding out for a contract. He wants a big payday, 40 plus million. I don't think that we would do it. And Howie would make the numbers work, trust me. But I don't think the juice is worth the squeeze for the Eagles right now. We're going to have a lot of big name players coming down the pipeline, and we don't have that much capital to kind of spend right now on that kind of player. I think Howie's doing great with these small acquisitions here and there, but a big splash like that, I kind of get Miles Garrett. I think he's like, what, 29? So you had like 3, 4 more years of that at 40 million versus just a 31-year-old with maybe 1 or 2 more years left in him. Again, that's just my take. Hope you all like it. Again, if you guys like the content, I'm hoping to hopefully produce more in the future. This is my first one, so thank you guys for tuning in. Fly, go, fly.